Hello there everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a lovely day. So what am I talking about today? Today, to be honest, I wanted to do something that is probably a little more serious. And this is actually about the state of YouTube. Now there's a lot of videos about the state of YouTube. I just wanted to mention one thing that I've kind of noticed a bit, which honestly doesn't affect me that much. But it does affect some of the ideas that I might do for videos. So what am I talking about? At the moment there seems to be a I wouldn't call it a YouTube war because that's a bit too extreme, but there's definitely a lot of attacking and in general hostility around YouTube. Now, I don't want to say, oh, it was better back in the day, but when everyone started, everyone was new to this, and so everyone was trying to learn and discovering new things and working together to maximize the best possible videos, content, and the best things to do. But these days, there does seem to be this attempt to target each other and maybe knock some of the other channels out of the way or cause other channels to have issues, which allows you to take their step and maybe overtake them with the number of subscribers, which personally I think is not really the best way to look at it. So what am I talking about? For a start, people are picking fights between communities. So you'll have maybe some gamers will take the mick out of some prank people, or maybe the prank people will attack or mock the news channels or the drama channels, and there's a lot of communities that are trying to attack each other all the time, causing all their fans to bandwagon against another channel, which isn't really a good thing, because it just causes general negativity on the website. The second thing is that there are fights being picked between people in their own community. So you'll have prank channels going up against each other, you have news channels fighting, you have maybe some gaming channels where some are trying to knock out others. There's just a lot of fighting going on across communities and in communities themselves. And one issue that this brings up is that people in an argument will try to offend the other person. The issue with this is that these days, I think there was a comedian who was coined saying these days you can't really say a proper joke without at least one person being offended, or something like that. So he's saying this thing about every time you make a joke, it's normally at the cost of someone else. Be it that person is fine with the costs and can join in with the joke and laugh with, or whether they're being laughed at. The issue is that if you're being laughed at on YouTube, it seems the easy way to get around it is just by trying to sue the original person for defamation, which, I don't know, it makes me feel like, say if you're a comedian, if you're someone who does satirical content on YouTube, it's an absolute nightmare because someone's just going to try and sue you all the time for defamation if they get offended by what you're saying. So this causes a lot of people to have to be very careful with what they're saying, even down to the point of if you're doing a vlog and midway through the vlog you make a joke about someone else, they might be offended by that, it could be a possible point of defamation, and it's just, YouTube has become incredibly legal. I understand that because money is being made, so legality has to kick in. But there's a lot of attempts at very petty lawsuits, to be honest, which I think people have to be careful of because it's sort of turning YouTube into a bit of a joke. Obviously YouTube is still a huge site with lots of support, and it's fantastic because it's pretty much, let's be honest, overtaken old school media. It gets way more views, a lot more interest, a lot more driven fans with motivation, but the fights between people on YouTube is causing a bit of an issue. The next issue is that if somebody is offended with a channel, they can go for two methods. One, sue them for defamation, or two, due to the sort of slightly iffy copyright strike system, they can pretty much just strike that person's video because they said something bad about them, and if they strike enough, just take the channel completely off YouTube. This means that if you're someone that likes to take the mick, or maybe if you're someone that likes to critique certain things, and that includes maybe talking negatively about certain people or what they've said, there's a chance that that person who's just been criticised is just going to copyright strike your entire channel and take you off YouTube. Which, for some people, obviously is huge because that is their income. That is, like, imagine having a job and then someone just walking in and being like, the food you served me was cold, so you are now fired completely from this job and ever trying to join this job again. So the issue with being able to take down channels so easily is that if you're a huge channel, like for example IHE was taken down, that was for copyright, or believed copyright infringement from companies, but it goes with the same premise that if your channel is taken down, if you have a huge channel or a huge backing, you may be able to argue it and fight back and be able to get the channel back. If you have anything less than like 500,000 subscribers, which pretty much 90% of the YouTube channels actually do, that's it, gone. I've seen multiple situations of YouTubers trying to email YouTube itself, asking why they're getting strikes, what's going on, and they've just got no response and their channel is gone. And the issue with that is if you get a channel strike, technically you're not allowed to make any other channel, or at least if you do, you're not allowed to own it because you've been striked off YouTube already. So one issue that this makes for the smaller channels, like I said, is that they can be taken down quite easily by big YouTubers that get offended, or just celebrities that get offended, or anything like that. One issue with this is that there's quite a few small YouTubers who have used either drama or a bit of controversy to grow their channel. And is there anything wrong with that? I don't know, I don't think there is, unless it's quite manipulative. So some people maybe they see a prank and they're actually able to do the research and expose the prank as being fake. Now this will give them a bit of a boost to the channel because they are noticed as someone who has done this research and done time and spent time on their content. But what may happen is that the pranker themselves may just state that it's defamation and try and strike down the channel. So some of these smaller channels have this issue where they might want to use controversy or drama or things like that to boost their channel and get it a few views just so that they get noticed, so they can then go back to their normal content and keep producing that normal content. But the catch-22 is, to do that they have to sometimes offend a bigger YouTuber or a celebrity that will then just copyright strike their channel and either have that one video taken off or have the channel wiped out. And since they're small, they're not really being noticed. So is the phrase YouTuber war appropriate? I wouldn't say it is, because a war is a devastating thing that should never be taken lightly, but I would say that there's definitely a lot of fights going on that are quite unnecessary and possibly damaging for the YouTube brand in itself. And one thing I have to disclaim here is that I don't believe it's the drama channel's fault, because that would be the equivalent of if there was, I don't know, if there was an explosion that happened in a shop where there's like a fuse gone wrong or something, and then the news report it. It's like saying that the news partly caused the drama to do with it because they reported it. Because I just feel like these drama channels, they're just saying what's happening. It's just the news. You can't tell them off. They're just saying the stories. So I don't think they're really to blame. And this is the issue, is that everyone's just trying to find fingers to point. And I mean, I'm just going to say, I am far from an expert. I am a long way from being someone who should use their opinion as fact. I don't really believe that I have the authority and the knowledge to claim that I know what's going on with YouTube, but at the same time, I think a lot of people have noticed there is definitely this, not drama issue. I don't think there really is a drama issue. I think the issue is the attempt to attack people or attack other channels as a way to boost yours in a sort of survival of the fittest kind of way, which I don't know, I don't know about you guys, but I just don't really think that's the best mentality. I feel like YouTube is a community, not a war or a fight. But yeah, this has just been kind of random, but it's one of the things that was just going on in the back of my mind. So I hope you like this. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, there is the like button, which I never get right. It's on one of the sides. I'm gonna guess that side. I don't know. Thank you very much. If you want to see more of my videos, you can subscribe, of course. If you do, that would be amazing. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you all again soon. Good day.